Hi everyone, I'm Irina Bakley. I'm a licensed relationship therapist from Irina Bakley Counseling LLC.com. I am in North Carolina in Wake Forest, and I'm also licensed in Virginia. So if you are living in any of those states, I would be happy to talk with you to see if we're a good fit. And I love and specialize working with individuals and couples who are feeling disconnected, who are feeling alone in their relationships. Maybe they feel like they're just coexisting, they're like roommates or they're best friends, but there is no passion and romantic feelings toward each other. So I help couples to rekindle that passion, to improve their communication skills, their negotiation skills, their relationship skills, and to be able to have a connected, safe, secure moment together so that they can feel fulfilled and happy and safe to be themselves, right? Because that's the end goal, really. So today we are continuing talking about a series on how to improve relationships. And my second tip is to stop keeping your parents' spiritual company. This language is from Terry Real, who is a couples therapist out there who's created a big couples therapy model. And he talks about, and I see that a lot in my couples work and even individual work, where we take in our parents' reality, and somewhere on the unconscious level, really, we take in our parents' reality as our own reality, and we keep them company by living through their lenses, by um, by doing life the way they did life, and this gets especially dicey when we adore our parents, but we don't necessarily like all the things that they do or how they do life, right? But we have a hard time separating their reality from our reality, and we tend to model everything they do, right? So I see that a lot with anger and reactivity. Like, why do I get so angry? I don't understand. I don't want to get angry. I hate it. I hated being that child whose parent was like violent and raging and angry, and now I do that, right? It's happening because you haven't separated kind of your inner child from your adaptive child from your adult wise self yet, and you kind of get stuck and enmeshed in those realities. So what I recommend, what I usually do with my couples is I have them even talk. Sometimes there's a possibility to bring that parent in the session. That's the perfect scenario, ideal scenario. But a lot of times we work with an empty chair as that parent sitting there, or maybe parents is deceived now, and then we have that dialogue that we've never had, where you ask the parent to release you from their reality, for to have permission to live a better, healthier, more functioning, different life from them. And a lot of times parents uh, want that for us, right? But they didn't know, based on how they grew up and based on kind of their traumatic experiences, they did their best, right? So they couldn't manage their their feelings to do life the way that, no, but your generation now, basically, you have a lot more resources, you have maybe a lot more time. Of course, I'm generalizing here, but you can take 2 steps further, and then your children can take 5 steps further, right? So what you can do, if you're not, if you're not in if you're struggling with this and you're not in couples therapy or individual therapy, I would highly recommend you reaching out for a therapist who has experience with relationships, who has experience with inner child work, and understands this process. And even if you don't do that, maybe journaling or having a conversation, imagining your parent sitting in the empty chair in your room and opening a dialogue about asking the parent, why are you doing this to me? Why are you making me feel stuck in this cycle? And this can be anything. It can be sex addiction, it can be drug addiction, it can be anger, it can be rage. Um, it can apply to all kinds of addictions and negative dysfunctional kind of behaviors that are impacting your life, and it can be very um, dramatic. It can be very sensitive. It can be very soft and vulnerable to have that dialogue, imaginary dialogue with your parent, and just ask them for their blessing and permission to live your life the way you want to live your life. Um, and even continuing doing that and coming back to that on your own. If for the benefits of time, I can't say more about this, but if you have any questions about um, um, any questions or interest about doing this kind of work, or you have any questions about your relationships, please feel free to reach out to me. Schedule your free consult on my website, and I would be happy to chat to see if we're a good fit. Thank you for listening, for being there, for learning, for being brave, just opening yourself up to all this new information and taking it in, and hopefully applying it to your relationship. I wish you well. I hope you're safe. Until next time.